The weather forecast predicted that the evening temperature could get as low as -12 and 5/10 degrees Fahrenheit. Between afternoon and evening, the temperature dropped by 7 and 5/10 degrees Fahrenheit, and the forecast was still correct. What could the afternoon temperature T have been?
All right, so we have to build an inequality, and just like building equations, you have to have your total on one side. In this case, we're going to have -12.5 on one side by itself. Now I have to figure out what's going to go on the other side. So it said the temperature dropped by 7.5 degrees. And what could the afternoon temperatures of T have been? So we know T is unknown, but we know from whatever temperature that was, it dropped 7.5 degrees. And we know 12.5 was the lowest temperature. So that means we need to use a greater than or equal to inequality. To solve this inequality, just like we solve equations, we have to first undo addition and subtraction. Now this 7.5 and that T is connected through subtraction. So the inverse of subtraction is addition. So we have to add 7.5 on both sides. So that cancels out. We're left with T is greater than or equal to -5. Now we're going to graph this. I'm going to draw a really basic graph. I'm going to draw 0, whatever the number is we're supposed to put our point on, and its opposite. Our point is supposed to go on -5, and we have to figure out if it's going to be an open or closed circle, and it says or equal to, so that means -5 is included. Therefore, we have to use a closed circle. Now we have to figure out which direction it's going to go in. If you read it correctly, it says T is greater than or equal to -5. So that means we need to shade in the greater than direction, going to the right towards the positive numbers. Next, I can check. You can check by substituting any number that's a part of this inequality. Let's use +2. So 2 minus 7.5 is greater than or equal to -12.5. Now 2 minus 7.5, that is equal to -5.5. Now is -5.5 greater than or equal to -12.5? Yes, it is. It is greater than -12.5, so we know our ray is going in the correct direction.